I'm Susie and I recently got back into sewing because I used to sew a lot when I was a teenager and a little girl. I used to sew a lot of bags and skirts and stuff like that with my mom. And I thought I'm gonna show you how I've done a bum bag like this one. I must admit this pattern is just a free sewing pattern from the internet somewhere, because I couldn't wrap my head around it, how to sew a bum bag, and I wanted to have this shape. And then I found the sewing pattern online, so I just thought, why not using it, right? Let's get started! First of all, I cut the pieces of the sewing pattern out of some like thick paper. This is gonna be the back, this is gonna be the front, and this is gonna be the top of the bum bag. Now I have this fabric here. It's actually for outdoor furniture, so it's waterproof and very thick. That means I won't use a lining for the bum bag or strengthen the fabric anymore because it's already pretty thick. So now I'm just gonna draw around my already cut sewing pattern with some chalk. And then I'm gonna cut the pieces out of the fabric with my very old sewing scissors. I don't know if anyone here likes fabric sounds, but there you go. I want to make it a little bit cuter because it's very plain, so I want something on it. And I still have all of these little cute flowers. See, all of these blossoms. They're iron-on patches. I think you shouldn't iron this fabric because it will melt, but I'm gonna try. So I'm gonna select some of these and just put them onto the front and we'll see how it goes. Right, let's try this. Not too long, okay. Oh, whoopsie. There was one on the other side, shit. Wow, oh my god. Yeah, I'm a professional, man. Alright, I saved this one. Cute. I need strap. I already prepared that from another project. And of course you need a zip. Yep, this is like a strong plastic one. And of course I need some clips to hold the fabric together. I like to use these paper clips actually, they're pretty strong. You can use like sewing clips as well, but they're quite annoying because they break very easily. I stopped using needles because I always hurt myself. By the way, where I store these clips, it's from Pokemon. There are little Pokemon on it. Isn't that cute? I got it from my friend Saki from Japan. Thank you, Saki. I use it every day. So I want the zip to be like this. And to have a neat edge, I'm gonna use the left side. This is basically the left side of the zip and this is the right side. Same with the fabric. This is the right side, this is the left side. I'm gonna put the left side of the zip and the left side of the fabric on the outside like this. And then I'm gonna clip them together, that it's easier for me to sew. And I've just realized my zip is a bit too big, so I'm just gonna cut it to the size I want it to be. Oh yeah, I've got a little bin next to me as well. I've sewn this. It's actually like a plant pot cover, but now it's my little table bin. So once I've clipped the two things together, I can sew. I have to make a cut here. Right until the zip starts, and on the other side as well. Like this. And I have to make sure to not cut into the zip. I'm gonna fold it like that. And I'm gonna make a seam here. And another one on the other side. With this, I'm making sure that the zip will stay in place on the edges, basically, on the both sides. So now I've sewn a seam along the zip on the other side to make it look more neat. And now I'm gonna do the same with the top. This is my top piece, and I'm gonna clip it onto this side of the zip with the round side, and then I'm gonna sew it together. Same like before, left on left. We'll see how the ends look. Oh yeah, they look pretty good. This one looks good and this one looks good. Awesome. I'm gonna sew a seam right here on the edge. Now we've got this. So it already looks like a BumBag, really, which is good. And now we're gonna sew our back piece onto this. It's very important to open the zip, because otherwise you can't turn it around, because you have to work on the left side now as well. So that means you got to turn it around to the left side like this, and this piece as well. And then you sew along the top here. You leave this bit open because that's where your strap is gonna be. And then you're gonna sew all the way around here and leave this bit open again. So now we've got that. This is open. And this side is open too. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take my strap that I already prepared. I'm gonna put the front side. This is the front, obviously. Yeah. So I'm gonna put the front side next to the front side of the bag. So you have to see the front of the strap when it lies inside of the bag, like this. Ah yeah, maybe that's better, like this. So front of the bag, front of the strap. Now I'm gonna make sure that it's nicely in there. I'm gonna pull it all the way back. That looks like this. I'm gonna secure this with clips, and then I'm gonna sew it here, and the same with the other side. So everything has gotta be flat like this. I'm just gonna sew here to close the bag, basically. So now it looks like that, and I want this edge to be neater. I'm gonna use bias tape. I got this little box. I'm a huge Pokemon fan, and Eevee's one of my favorite Pokemon. Eevee! I've got this Pokemon box from my friend Zaki as well. She knows that I love Pokemon. I love you. Thank you. That's the bias tape. I'm gonna use a zigzag stitch for that one, just to make sure that I'm too lazy to turn the camera. Just to make sure that I get all of the bias and that it's properly on there. So I'm gonna use a zigzag stitch. So yeah, I've just turned it inside out. This is how it looks. Here's the strap. And you can see the bias tape inside here. Yeah, so very simple and kind of quickly made BumBag. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time. Bye!